So
a
I'm gonna
deer
give you a little
caught in
intro to
headlights.
what I'm about to show you. So
Thursday
it's a very
rant.
lengthy video, but it's just telling of the joke that we have for a government right now. Just watch this clip and then I'm gonna chime in afterwards.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Gladstein, will you tell me the organizations that pose on the domestic side, two of the organizations, number one, number two, threat to the homeland at this point?
Can you please clarify, like organizations?
Any domestic terrorist organization that poses a threat to the homeland as we speak?
I'd say the first one, President Trump had just announced executive order domestic terrorist organization, Antifa. That's our primary concern right now.
All right, that's what President Trump did. What does the FBI say?
We share the same view. When you look at the data right now, you look at the domestic terrorist threat that we're facing. Right now, what I see from my position is that's the most immediate violent threat that we're facing on the domestic side.
Okay, so this man has asked a crystal clear question. So who are the two top domestic terrorist organizations in our country right now? And first off, you can see there ain't time for me to show you how he answered all the other questions up till this question. When he got to this question, he started getting fidgety from the first question. He needed clarification because apparently what the man was asking him wasn't clear enough. So then the man asked him a little more clearly, who are the number one, number two top domestic terrorist organizations? And he starts giving a word salad and says, Antifa. Antifa stands for anti-fascists. That is what Antifa stands for. If you don't know what a fascist is, you might want to look it up instead of just following along with what these propagandists and basically white supremacists are trying to make it sound like. So anyway, he says Antifa. So then the guy, and the reason why this gentleman is asking him, I don't remember his name. The reason that he's asking him this is because it's been known and is clear to anybody who has common sense that Antifa is not an organization. It's not one person. There is no leader of Antifa because, again, Antifa stands for anti-fascist.
So where is Antifa headquartered?
What we're doing right now with the organization.
Where in the United States does Antifa exist?
Yeah.
If it's a terrorist organization and you've identified it as number one.
We are building out the infrastructure right now.
So what does that mean? We trying to get the information. You say Antifa is a terrorist organization. Tell us as a committee, how did you come to that? Where do they exist? How many members do they have in the United States as of right now?
Well, that's very fluid. It's ongoing for us to understand that. The same, no different than Al-Qaeda and ISIS.
No, I don't want you. I'll ask one question, sir. I just want you to tell us. If you said Antifa is the number one domestic terrorist organization operating in the United States, I just need to know where they are, how many people. I don't want a name. I don't want anything like that. Just how many people have you identified with the FBI that Antifa is made of?
Well, the investigations are active.
So you wouldn't come to this committee and say something you can't prove, I know. I know you wouldn't do that. But you did.
The man got caught dead in the act of trying to spread lies and propaganda. But the thing is, majority of America won't even see this stuff because they're at work. Just showing the lies and the bullshit. And it always falls back to white supremacy, in my opinion, because at the end of the day, bro, that bad. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut that out. Because at the end of the day, this is about nothing more than pushing the white supremacist, white nationalist agenda under the fake umbrella of Christianity. I got a fucking white hair in my nose, bro. I'm not getting old, but I'll never admit to that, but that's unacceptable. And I'm gonna leave this in here because I keep seeing it and it's pissing me. It's not a booger, bro. It's not a booger. It's a white fucking hair that I gotta go take care of tonight. Yep. Oh my God, I got like 3. Oh shit. You might ask yourself, well, why is this a big deal? Well, the reason that it's a big deal is because prior to the Trump administration, the number one domestic terrorist organization was the KKK and the other white supremacist, white nationalist groups that are out there. Those were the terrorists. Those were the number one, which is why he asked the question. He was asking the question to find out what they are up to. Bottom line, to cancel all of the rumors about what Trump's doing and what he's not doing. You heard it right from their mouth, who the number one terrorist group is and who they removed from the number one spot, number one, number 2 spots on the terrorist list. They're playing the propaganda game. And even if it's not propaganda and it's reality, Antifa is not an actual organization. So what they just said is that their number one terrorist group that they're going after is anyone that is against fascism. And as we looked at earlier, fascism is Trump. It is what we are in right now, literally listed in the definition that I showed you. The examples were given. You can look it up yourself if you don't believe that I'm giving you perfect information or correct information, and then tell me I'm wrong. So anyway, if you appreciate the information, please like it, share it, spread the word.